Alex, it was a long trip back on Tuesday night. Time to reflect.
Yeah, it was a tough trip back. I think that the result obviously is not a result that we're used to over recent times, and I think that it was quite sombre. I think after the game, because I think that we knew that we kind of wanted to go there and show people what we're about. But the most important thing is that when we were in on Wednesday, and that we had a really good meeting, and that we put it to bed. We looked at the game and we learnt from areas that we can improve on, and then the minute we left here on Wednesday, that's been put to bed. Now we can't change that. All we can do is improve from that, and that's what we've been working on, since the game, to make sure we're ready for tomorrow.
You don't like losing, of course, but every now and then it's good to have a real test to kind of show you exactly where you're at.
It was a test. We know that. I think that that anyone that finishes above them this season will be champions 100%. They're going to be a good side. They've brought in recruited players, and on a Tuesday night when you've got 16,000 at home, it's it's always going to be tough up there to go. But I think we look back and the goals we conceded were poor goals. Take them away, and we were in the game at 1-1, had a fantastic opportunity to maybe make it 2-1, and then after that, Joe makes a penalty save. You think, right, we're still in the game, and just a crazy kind of 10 minutes, and all of a sudden it's 3-1 going into half time. So they're the things we've got to learn from, because it can only make you better. The fact is that we've felt that feeling now, and we've asked the players to reflect and ask themselves what they could have done better. And we'll use that tomorrow to make sure that we are better at home again, and to bounce back, because I think that's what we did last year. We always said to ourselves, if we lost, we bounce back. I remember Exeter, we lost, bounced back straight away. So that's what we've got to do, and the players will be doing everything to make sure that happens.
Something that's been really apparent is the attitude of the players. So their heads didn't go down, but also the fans as well. Their understanding of the situation you're in and what you're trying to do. Maybe last year, if you went to Bradford and lost 4-1, you might have had a different reaction. This time, they're understanding. They know Bradford are a good side, and they know what you're trying to do. Yeah,
that's important. I think that it's clear for everyone, hopefully, what we're trying to do here. We're trying to play a type of football that we want to watch, exciting. We know we need to work on certain areas. We know we need to work on still creating chances more, and shots and crosses, and we are working on that every day. But we've been honest with people all along. This is there are going to be bumps in the road, because it's still a relative. There's still new players coming in. But I think the first week we showed people what we're about. It was always going to be. People said to me, "This is a really tough start." Well, we've got 6 points from 3 games. You bounce back again tomorrow, which is the aim. We have to. That's what we want to try and do. Take if you can take 9 points from your first 4 games, you'd be delighted with that. So we're on course for our points that we want to make sure we stick to, and it's as long as we learn from Tuesday, and you learn from each game and you get it better, then we know that we've got a really good group, and we know we've got a group that want to learn. So ultimately now we just need to make sure we improve for tomorrow and get a positive result.
And that next game, Port Vale, that's another club trying to find themselves at the moment.
Yeah, defensively, they've been really strong. Haven't conceded a goal in the league. They've scored one, so they've only conceded one. So we know that they're a tough team to play against. We've obviously got Petty coming back, so there's always an incentive for people that when you play against. But for us now, it's about getting back to the way we play. It's about getting back to showing, on the ball, being brave, having courage again, like we said, playing through, getting off forwards on the ball, and creating chances, because that's what we've done at home. I think, for the first game, Barrow first half, we nervy, but after that, we really showed. Luton was exceptional at times. Away at Bristol Rovers, got through the game, and then obviously we started to create chances. So we know that we can do that, and we know that there's loads of room to improve, and it's something that we're all excited about, because we can see these players working every day to make sure that we do.
Do you know Darryl Clark and how he goes about things?
No, listen, he's been in the game a long time now as manager, hasn't he? And we always know that his teams are extremely hard to play against. Walsall were a tough team when he was there. When he had his Bristol Rovers side, they were the same. So he's got Andy Crosby there with him as well. So defensively, we know that it's going to be a tough nut to crack. But again, like I always say, we have to make sure that we focus on what we're doing, play the way that we play, train. In training, we're seeing these players get better and better. So in games, we have to just see that, and I think we have done. And I think that just to, looking back on Tuesday, yes, there are areas 100% we could have improved on, and we lost the game. So the most important thing is those players learn, and then make sure we're better tomorrow. And that's all we can ask for them. And I'm sure the determination of the group will show that.
How are Chris Lyons and Scott Cuthbert?
Yeah, I think they're struggling slightly. They have they've got knocks, and it's unfortunate because with Scotty we knew that there was quite a lot of games to start the season with, but that's his kind of character. He wants to carry on playing, and we've had such a positive start, and unfortunately for him we'll wait to see what happens with Scotty. Lyonsy is 50-50 at the minute, to see if he'll be involved. And they're two experienced players for us, but we've also got players coming back, so hopefully those ones can be involved, to just make sure that the squad's still nice and strong. But ultimately, the players that are put on the pitch know exactly what we're about. The players that will come on know exactly what we're about because they've done it now every day in pre-season. Even if the young players are involved, they know what's expected of them, and we'll be ready for the game.
Arthur Reid, another one. We haven't seen him yet, but I know he's been training with the squad, was travelled on Tuesday but not used.
Yeah, well, for the last 2 weeks we've involved him in the squad in terms of being around because we wanted to get him back in around the players. He's looked really positive this week, so it would be great to have him back in and around the squad because he does bring us that quality and that position that we know we need to keep improving on. It would be great to see him back in, so hopefully we'll see how he comes through training and then we'll make that judgment when we need to.
Oh, and I know we touched on it on Tuesday night, but additions to the squad, are you still looking? Time's running out.
Time's running out. I think that we are looking to improve, because I think probably these injuries have probably made us realise that we are quite light at times. But like I've always said, I think I'm quite stubborn in that we only want to bring people in that are going to make us better and fit what we are as a football club. Character within the dressing room is huge. We've worked really hard to make this an environment that we love coming into. So, you have to make sure the right characters come in with the determination and the drive to make us better. So we are looking. We've got a few people. We've been speaking to people, but obviously also with the relentlessness of games, it's tough to make sure that you keep that in your mind as well. So hopefully there'll be one or two coming in that will improve us. But again, we don't want to make it too many because of the size of the squad. We've always said we want a small squad that's together and united, and we'll be looking. And when the right one comes, I'm sure we could be able to get him in.
Comprehensive questions as ever from Steve. Just on a wider note, what's Stevenage's policy on vaccinations for players?
I think, it's the same as everywhere. I don't think we can force players to have the vaccine. I think we can advise them, and we've had doctors come in. Our club doctors come in and said, get the vaccine. I think that we've had, we've also one of the community, Joe. Obviously, his wife was really ill with it, and the players. We're going to show the players the video of what everyone saw of his wife. So the policy is that we advise them to have it. Now, it's down to them. Unfortunately, it's how you see it, and it's their interpretation of whether they feel it's going to benefit them. So it's something that we can't force on people, but we advise them to have it, of course, because we want to all be protected.
I suppose my follow-up question to that would be, what sort of ballpark percentage of the squad has been vaccinated twice?
Well, I think you wouldn't have many twice yet. I think you'd probably have, by the time soon, you'd probably say about 70%, 75% of the squad. So we're getting larger. It's getting more, but like I say, you can't force people to have them, and I don't know if it'll ever come a law that you're not allowed to play unless you have it. But it's always going to be a real grey area until, you know, I think that unless people don't want to have it, I don't see how you can make them, and it's their choice, I suppose.
Yeah, and just in terms of the fans, obviously Tuesday night was disappointing. You touched on it there, but you are building something here. What's your message to the fans?
I think they've seen the first week the positive start. I think that, you know, you're going to Bradford, that, you know, they've got 16,000 people there on a Tuesday night. They're going to be one of the best teams in this league, and we've gone there and we've given away poor goals. So I think that for the fans, it's just to carry on being, you know, as positive as we have been, because we've made a fantastic start. We lost obviously Tuesday night, but Bristol Rovers was an unbelievable result for us going away from home, and you know, they know what we're trying to do, and I think that they can feel how together the club is, which I feel we're in a really great place, and I've always said that we've just got to prove that on the pitch now, and we have done in the first week. Yes, we had a disappointing result on Tuesday, and now we've got to try and bounce back and make sure that we get those smiles back on people's faces that we've had for the week previously.